of courage and energy.
Soldier? I mean, on paper, it's a tool of the government used to demonstrate its power or impose foreign policy where it needs to go.
What's it really about?
It's about the guy beside you, making sure that he's all right. He'll make sure you're all right, and making sure you both get home okay.
Early next month, the first of you will depart on Operation Athena to participate in the International Security Force in Afghanistan.
29360 Athena.
For many of these soldiers, it's just another mission, another 6 months in a destroyed country. But for Private Kevin Barry, it's the first time away from home in uniform.
I wasn't sure what to expect. We were coming over, I guess it's the Hindu Kush. We were coming over and just looking down and seeing the mountains. You're like, that looks like the moon.
To you will fall the task of rebuilding, of supplying the protection of law and order, which we take for granted here in Canada, to people who have suffered under brutal regimes and been stripped of every freedom.
It's been called the most dangerous mission for the Army since the Korean War. Some Afghans will see them as friends, others as foreign invaders.
I think we're probably the best army in the world to do a job like this, a dangerous, dirty peace support operation. Our guys are equally capable of smiling, waving, and helping someone out, or helping someone fix a bicycle on the side of the road or whatever, as they are of turning around and advancing and destroying the enemy.
Kabul is considered so hostile that new soldiers are sealed inside armored vehicles for the trip to the Canadian base. They only catch a glimpse of the city and its people they are here to protect through a gun camera.
It's a real sense of history here, and sort of a foreboding as well, because these people have chewed apart every army that's ever tried to conquer them, and obviously we're not here to conquer them, we're here to help them, but God forbid that they ever change their minds about us being here.
Private Barry's new home is called Camp Julian. The 1,800 Canadian soldiers here are under orders not to leave the camp except on heavily armed patrols. And home, they soon learn, could become a battlefield at any moment.
Again, welcome to Kabul. I am Captain Oborn. If at any time during this briefing or during your stay at Camp Julian, if you come under direct or indirect fire, go to ground. Rounds come in, go to ground.
The threat is omnipresent. It's all around us. Every time we go out the front gate of our Camp Julian, there is a certain element of risk. There's quite a bit of risk. We don't know if a car packed with explosives is going to detonate next to a vehicle. We don't know if someone's going to drive into the front gate of base and try to detonate a vehicle-borne device to make some sort of a statement. We don't know.
The Canadians live behind walls, walls that separate them from the Afghans. Camp Julian is a fort, razor wire, and guard towers. Only the Afghan winds penetrate the defenses. Driving sandstorms sweep the camp at will. Choking dust presses an unrelenting attack. It's here that Private Barry will learn to be a frontline soldier.
I mean, it might sound a little corny, but they're like brothers to you. These guys you'd do anything for. I would anyway.
2, 3, up.
I don't know, I've always been interested in the military, just as a kid, and I guess I started seriously looking at it in high school. I needed my dad's signature too to get in, because I was 17 at the time, and you need parental permission till 18. My parents, my dad was right behind me, so was my mom. My mom's like, well, sweetie, I love you, but, I'd rather you didn't put yourself in harm's way, but, it's your life. we love you and we'll support whatever you do. And my dad's like, be your own man about it.
If Barry's family is now November Company of the Royal Canadian Regiment, Sergeant Steve Teskey is the undisputed head of the family.
And it's just a vehicle patrol. I have no interpreter, and we also have to do subdivision too also.
I couldn't have somebody that I had more faith in charge of me in my section, just because he's seen enough, and he's not gung-ho, let's go out there and get the enemy, because this isn't the mission for it.
Okay,
This is the mission for, all right, let's go out and do our job and get everybody home alive. And
O'Keefe, where are you? You're coming out in my vehicle. Other than that, everything else is the same, and that's it. Coming over on tours, stuff like this, time away from your family, it's a lot hard, and you have to be willing to give up a lot of things. That's true. She likes to sing, so that's where her mouth is open all the time. It has its bad moments, but then it has really good moments.
I've already had 15, thanks so much. I ate half the box.
They're a very good bunch of guys, which I'm very thankful for, because that's the last thing I want over here is someone that you have to babysit.
Yeah, they want it in the bag. What?
VRI is the symbol of the Royal Canadian Regiment. This soldier remembers the day when he became one with the VRI.
So I was at a party where some people were using a Ouija board, and I was antagonizing them, and you know, a VRI on the Cap Badge, like all the people at this party were civvies, so nobody would have a clue what VRI was. And the thing started going real fast, and I'm making fun of it even more, and it went to URVRI, and I freaked out a lot.
The Ouija board is a 1099 gateway to the netherworld supplied by Mattel.
Well,
Teskey prepares his troops for the first Canadian foot patrol in Kabul.
I have so much faith in my section, which is good. I have an excellent section, so I can really concentrate on what I have to do as a commander, and I don't have to worry about them. We're going to do a small present patrol, just back and forth through our area. Okay, action on ambush, basically the same thing as contact. However, if the vehicles get stopped, okay, we're going to have to dismount, take cover, and then we're going to have to extract ourselves out. Okay, good thing today, we've got Corporal Taylor with us. She'll immediately start first aid on the casualty, depending on what the threat is. Okay, first aid, put the casualty in the vehicle, and we'll get back to camp.
November Company navigates the streets in 25-year-old Iltis Jeeps. The Jeeps are open and unprotected. Teskey knows his troops are easy targets for a car bomb, or a sniper, or a landmine. After missions in Somalia and Rwanda, Teskey knows what to look for.
Rwanda was the worst. Just the way they did it with, you know, tools, machetes, hose, clubs. That's how brutal it was.
What tells you everything's okay here?
People standing around, kids waving, just vehicles. There's nobody around. That'd be a definite threat. Yeah, have them shut it down, dismount. Do security on the vehicles there. People that you know have normal jobs. You know, yeah, where is that? They don't get to see the world. Yeah, you know, and they may go on vacation, things like that, but that's not how it really is. And I think I get to see a wider view of the world and the people in it. Is he good friends with the police chief? Okay, that's your vehicle? What do you do?
Private Barry comes to terms with the very real possibility of death.
I mean, every time you hear a thump up in the valley, you kind of wonder if that was, you know, some goat hitting a landmine the Soviets left, or if it's, you know, somebody launching a rocket attack into the camp. And honestly, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And if it's you, when it happens, you're not going to know. And hopefully, if you do know, it's not going to last too long. But what you have to get ready for, you have to accept that. You have to, I think everybody's made their peace with it by now.
Even the youngest private in a rifle company is responsible for his buddy, which, you know, philosophically speaking, one life is as important as 100 lives, and so we all have responsibility here, or an equal responsibility to take care of one another.
When we return, we'll join November Company as they patrol the wild country of Afghanistan on a secret mission.